All right, so get ready because today we're taking a deep dive into Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist.
Oh, yes.
But we're going to go way beyond just your typical book report, you know?
Yeah.
We're really zeroing in on, like, those insights that I think are going to resonate with you guys listening, especially as small business owners.
Yeah.
Think of us like your, Sherpas guiding you to the summit of this, like, classed tale. And to make things even more interesting, we've got excerpts straight from the book itself
Oh, nice.
and a really captivating audiobook snippet.
Cool.
So, yeah, buckle up.
It's amazing how The Alchemist, it's this simple story of a shepherd, but it just packs in so many, like, profound truths
Right.
about life purpose. Chasing those big dreams we all have.
Yeah.
And having both the written and audio excerpts really adds another dimension to Coelho's words.
Totally. And speaking of profound truths,
Okay.
let's kick things off with a concept that's sure to hit home for any entrepreneur out there.
All right.
The world's greatest lie.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's front and center in both the book and the audiobook.
Yeah, it's that sneaky belief that our lives are controlled by fate, that we're somehow powerless to shape our own destinies.
Yeah, like it's preordained.
Yeah, and the old man, who we later find out is a king, really lays this out for the boy Santiago.
That really resonates with me. I mean, as someone running my own business, I've definitely felt that pull
Yeah.
of self-doubt, those moments where it's easier to just blame external forces than to really, like, take ownership.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what that world's greatest lie feeds on,
Yeah.
But recognizing it, that's the first step to breaking free.
Okay.
I want you to think about those limiting beliefs that might be holding you back in your business right now. Maybe it's fear of failure,
Right.
or even fear of success.
Oh, yeah.
What if those beliefs are just echoes of this lie we're talking about?
Wow, that's a powerful reframing.
Right.
It's almost like the alchemist is giving us permission to challenge those, like, ingrained narratives.
Exactly. And once you start questioning those beliefs, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities.
Yeah.
It's like Santiago, he's content as a shepherd, but he feels this persistent tug towards something more. It's a feeling I think a lot of entrepreneurs share, wouldn't you say?
Totally. It's that itch to break out of your comfort zone, to
Yeah.
push beyond the familiar.
Push those boundaries.
So how does Santiago start to break free from that world's greatest lie?
Well, this is where the theme of omens and intuition comes into play.
Okay.
The Alchemist is full of signs and synchronicities that guide Santiago.
Right.
In the audiobook excerpt, the butterfly omen really stands out. The king uses this seemingly insignificant event to teach Santiago about recognizing the subtle cues around him.
Okay, I can see where you're going with this, but
Yeah.
how does recognizing a butterfly translate to running a business?
Okay, so
It seems a bit abstract.
think of it this way. It's a business owner. You're constantly flooded with information, data, advice.
Right.
But sometimes the most valuable insights come from a different source.
Okay.
Your intuition.
Uh,
It's like Santiago learning to read the signs of the land and sky in Andalusia. You need to learn to read the signs of your market, your customers, even your own gut feelings.
So it's about tuning into that inner voice.
Yeah.
That sense of knowing that's often drowned out by the noise of the external world.
Precisely. And it's not just about following hunches blindly.
Right.
It's about developing a deeper understanding of your own internal compass, your unique way of perceiving the world.
This reminds me of a time when I was about to make a major investment in a new product line.
Okay?
All the market research pointed to it being a surefire success,
Wow.
but something just felt off.
Really?
I couldn't shake this nagging doubt.
So what did you do?
I went with my gut
Okay.
and pulled back.
Wow.
Turned out the market shifted in an unexpected way a few weeks later.
Oh, wow.
If I hadn't listened to that inner voice, I would have been in deep trouble.
See, that's a perfect example of the language without words at work.
Oh, okay.
It's this idea that there's a level of communication beyond words that connects us to our surroundings. It's in Santiago's understanding of his sheep,
Okay.
the unexpected success he brings to the crystal shop, even his ability to glean insights from a Spanish book he can't even read.
So Omen's intuition, this language without words, it's all about tapping into a deeper level of awareness, right?
Exactly. And that awareness can be incredibly valuable in the business world.
Yeah.
Imagine being able to sense your customers' unspoken needs or anticipating market shifts before they happen.
Right.
It's like you're reading the very pulse of the market.
That's pretty powerful stuff.
Right.
But I have to imagine that even with this heightened awareness, there are still going to be challenges.
Of course. And The Alchemist doesn't shy away from that.
Right.
In fact, it tackles another hurdle that many entrepreneurs face: overcoming fear. Think of the crystal merchant, a character who embodies this struggle perfectly.
Yeah, he's got that dream of going to Mecca, but he's paralyzed by the fear of actually making it happen.
Right.
It's like he'd rather cling to the longing than risk the potential disappointment.
And isn't that relatable?
Oh, yeah.
What fears might you be holding on to as a business owner?
Yeah.
Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change.
Oh, all the fears.
These fears are like shackles preventing us from reaching our full potential.
So how do we break free from those shackles?
Well, the Alchemist suggests that confronting those fears head-on is key.
Okay.
The journey itself, with all its obstacles and uncertainties, that's where real growth happens.
Yeah, it's like that feeling of being stuck on a hamster wheel,
Yeah.
You're moving but not really getting anywhere.
Exactly. And sometimes that fear keeps us tethered to what's comfortable,
Right.
even when it's not fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
But the Alchemist shows us that true growth often lies beyond our comfort zones.
Okay.
Think about Santiago's journey. He sells his sheep,
Wow.
works in a crystal shop, even crosses a treacherous desert.
Yeah.
Talk about taking risks.
That's a big leap of faith.
But it's through these experiences that he discovers his resilience, his resourcefulness, and his true potential.
That makes me think about the early days of building my business.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many moments where I felt like just giving up,
Mhm.
like I was in over my head.
Yeah.
But each time I pushed through, I came out stronger and more capable.
That's the power of persistence.
Yeah.
The Alchemist reminds us that the journey is just as important as the destination.
Right.
It's through the challenges, the setbacks, the moments of doubt that we truly learn and grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Totally.
And it takes grit to keep going.
And speaking of grit,
Okay.
Santiago encounters another fascinating character who embodies this idea, the alchemist himself.
Oh, yes.
Now, this guy has a pretty unique perspective on alchemy.
He does. He sees it as more than just turning lead into gold.
Right.
He sees it as a process of personal transformation, of aligning yourself with the soul of the world,
Okay.
this universal force that connects all things.
Okay, that sounds a bit esoteric. How does
Yeah.
that translate to the practical world of running a business?
Okay, so think of your business as a crucible
Mm-hmm.
for your own personal alchemy.
Okay.
The challenges you overcome, the relationships you build, the decisions you make,
Right.
they all shape, you refine, you help you discover your true potential.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about profits and bottom lines,
Yeah.
It's about using your business as a vehicle for personal growth.
So it's like the business itself is a tool for self-discovery.
Exactly.
About more than just the product or service you're offering.
Right, and this ties in beautifully with the idea of the personal legend
Oh,
that
yeah.
the old king introduces to Santiago early on.
Right.
This concept suggests that we all have a unique purpose,
Mm.
a calling that's woven into the very fabric of our being.
So how do we uncover this personal legend? Is it like an hidden treasure map we have to decipher?
It's less about deciphering and more about listening.
Okay.
Listening to your heart, your intuition, that language without words that connects us to something greater than ourselves.
Right.
It's about recognizing the things that light you up,
Mm-hmm.
that make you feel truly alive.
That reminds me of something I read recently about finding your ikigai,
Oh, yeah.
the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for.
Right.
It's like finding that sweet spot where your passions and skills align with a real need in the world.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Alchemist is ultimately guiding us towards.
Okay.
Finding that alignment, that sense of purpose that fuels our journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's about recognizing that the pursuit of your personal legend isn't just about personal gain.
Right.
It's about contributing something meaningful to the world.
That's a powerful message, especially for entrepreneurs who are often driven by a desire to make a difference.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic.
Okay.
Finding your personal legend and aligning it with your business sounds great in theory,
Sure.
but how do you actually make that happen?
Well, the Alchemist offers some practical advice along those lines.
Okay.
One of the key takeaways is the importance of listening to your heart,
Mm-hmm.
but also remembering that you're in the desert. No?
Right.
In other words, the journey won't always be easy.
There are going to be challenges, setbacks, moments of doubt.
Absolutely. But it's through those challenges that we learn, adapt, and grow.
Right.
The Alchemist reminds Santiago that fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself.
Mm-hmm.
He's encouraging us to embrace the discomfort, to step outside of our comfort zones,
Yeah.
and to trust that the journey itself will lead us to where we need to be.
So it's about reframing those challenges as opportunities for growth.
Exactly.
Seeing them as stepping stones rather than roadblocks.
Right. And remember, the Alchemist emphasizes that when you possess great treasures within you and try to tell others of them, seldom are you believed.
Wow.
In other words, not everyone will understand your vision, your personal legend.
Right.
There will be skeptics, naysayers, even those who try to discourage you.
Yeah.
But it's crucial to stay true to your path, to trust your intuition, and to keep moving forward even when faced with resistance.
I can definitely relate to that. There have been times when I've shared my business ideas and been met with blank stares
Oh, yeah.
or outright negativity.
Right.
It can be disheartening, but you have to learn to trust your own judgment and keep pushing forward.
Absolutely. And The Alchemist offers another piece of wisdom that's relevant here.
Okay.
He says, everything that happens once can never happen again, but everything that happens twice will surely happen a third time.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's teaching Santiago to pay attention to patterns, to learn from his experiences, both positive and negative.
So it's about recognizing those recurring patterns and using them to inform our decisions,
Yes.
to refine our approach.
Precisely. And when it comes to refining our approach, the Alchemist emphasizes the importance of taking action.
Okay.
He tells Santiago that there is only one way to learn. It's through action. Everything you need to know you have learned through your journey.
Wow.
In other words, knowledge without application is
Right.
meaningless.
Yeah.
It's the doing, the experimenting, the making mistakes, and learning from them that truly shapes us.
That's a powerful reminder to get out of our heads and into the world,
Yeah,
to test our ideas, to iterate, to constantly be learning and evolving.
exactly. And ultimately, that's what The Alchemist is all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's an invitation to embrace the unknown, to pursue our dreams with passion and courage, and to discover the treasures that lie hidden within us and in the world around us.
Wow. It feels like we've uncovered so many gems already in this deep dive into The Alchemist,
Yeah.
the importance of intuition, conquering fear, the power of persistence, this whole concept of a language without words, and how our businesses can become like crucibles for personal transformation.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It really has.
And speaking of journeys, we can't forget about the ultimate goal in The Alchemist, the treasure itself.
Right, and in the book, Santiago finally reaches the pyramids, the supposed location of his treasure.
Right.
But things don't go quite as planned.
No, they don't. It's interesting how that unfolds, you know?
Yeah.
He faces betrayal violence and just this wave of disappointment when he doesn't find the treasure where he expected it to be.
I bet that was a crushing moment for him.
Yeah.
I know I'd be pretty devastated if I went through all that effort only to come up empty-handed.
But that's where The Alchemist takes this brilliant turn.
Okay.
Santiago's initial disappointment leads him to an even greater discovery.
What's that?
The realization that the real treasure was within him all along.
So it wasn't about the physical gold buried somewhere.
Exactly. The true treasure was the wisdom he gained, the experiences he had, the transformation he underwent throughout his journey.
It's like that saying, the journey is the destination.
Right. But in this case, the journey also reveals the true nature of the treasure.
You know, that's such a powerful message for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of external markers of success, money, fame, recognition.
Right. All that.
But the Alchemist reminds us that the real rewards often lie in the journey itself.
Absolutely.
The skills we develop, the resilience we cultivate, the connections we make.
It's about recognizing that success isn't such a destination. It's a continuous process of growth and evolution.
Right.
And like Santiago, we often discover our greatest treasures in the most unexpected places.
And speaking of unexpected places, remember how the story ends.
Oh, yeah.
Santiago returns to that ruined church where he first had the dream of finding treasure.
Right.
And that's where he finds it buried at the roots of the sycamore tree.
It's a beautiful example of the cyclical nature of life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Our journeys often lead us back to our starting point, but with this newfound wisdom and understanding.
And I love how Coelho brings back the theme of omens one last time.
Yeah.
The scarab beetle that Santiago sees in the sand where his tears had fallen, it's subtle but powerful.
It is.
It's a reminder that we're not alone on our journeys, The universe is always communicating with us, guiding us towards our destiny.
And let's not forget that very last scene.
Okay.
Just when Santiago thinks his journey is complete, he feels the Levanter wind carrying the scent of Fatima's perfume.
Oh, wow.
It's a reminder that love and purpose aren't mutually exclusive.
Right.
True love supports us, inspires us, and enriches our lives in ways we never could have imagined.
So what have we learned from this deep dive into The Alchemist?
Wow.
We've uncovered the importance of trusting our intuition, confronting our fears, embracing persistence, and recognizing that the world speaks to us in a language beyond words.
It's a call to action, really.
Yeah.
To embrace the unknown, to pursue our dreams with passion and courage, and to discover the treasures that lie hidden within us and in the world around us.
It's a reminder that we're all on a quest, a journey to fulfill our own unique potential. And as we navigate the challenges and the triumphs along the way,
Yeah.
it's essential to remember that the real treasure lies not just in the destination, but in the transformation we undergo along the path.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Just like Santiago, we may find that the greatest rewards are often discovered in the most unexpected places waiting to be unearthed, with an open heart and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
That's the beauty of it.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. These videos have been brought to you by True Strengths Councils. True Strengths Councils are small business owner peer advisory groups. Small business owners come to our councils for a very simple reason. Other small business owners understand the challenges you are currently facing in your small business, and they have insights, experience, and knowledge acquired through real-time experience. Why not pay us a visit? Just shoot me an email, miketobin@truestrengths.net, and we can get a time set up for a visit. We have groups in St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, Missouri, and nationwide virtually. Please also remember, too, to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, as we'll be producing more videos throughout the year to help out small business owners decide if they really should read it. See you soon.